And then you went and said something like revolutionary love. What could you give us as a living ancestor right now? How are you navigating this time and still
Mm.
having revolutionary love?
Mm. One of the things that motivates me is always thinking, who's benefiting from me being traumatized? Who's
Ooh.
benefiting from me being paralyzed? Who's benefiting from me continue to have this impact of the oppression? And it's usually those little ones in control, those small few that use trauma as the most powerful way to oppress people. So then I always have that in mind. I guess that's the Leo sun. That's like my lion, and the Aries moon, because I'm a Pisces rising. So, but is that's there. So then for me, it's like, okay, let me feel these things. And then what can I do? Because if I go into the despair that I could go there, it's fine. We go and it's a flow, but not to stay there long enough. And that's the piece that I get from my ancestors for surviving all that they have survived. It's like they continue moving on. They continue flowing forward. So I get that strength from my ancestors. And I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? And how can I go back? I connect with the earth around me. I take care of, we're being way more conscious of really caretaking the land where we are, taking it as a way that it was, we're caretaking, we're tending to the land, but the land is not ours, right? So it's this aspect, and going back to my kids, it's like, okay, what other book do I need to buy about Palestine, about this thing, so I can teach my 9-year-old and I can start talking to my 4-year-old? What other ways can I do here? Like right now, like financially, I'm in a little more stable state. So where can I donate? Because that's what I can. I cannot necessarily give my time because I'm also not feeling, I'm going through some chronic ill stuff. So it's like, what can I do? So I always go back, what can I do? Also with the praying and the love. And I get it. When we're in anger, there's this idea that anger is the opposite of love in some way. And some people might say not or whatever. But when we're in anger, sometimes we're like, fuck everything, fuck, rage here, rage that, love is not, prayers don't work, blah, 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 And I can understand because it's a frustration because nothing is being changed. And at the same time, we forget that we are still being protected by some of our ancestors' prayers, by some of their wanting and desires.
Ooh.
Really going back to like processing the anger, doing something with it, channeling that energy into taking action, writing if you feel like that's what the thing, contacting, calling, pain, movement, talking to someone, moving, if you have the capacity. And I think it's also like we're not all built equally to do everything the same. So it's like really respecting that each person can do things. If we talk about diversity, then can we also respect the diversity in the activism? That, because there's a lot of, and I can get it when you're so upset and you're like so angry. There's a lot of, okay, you're also not doing. It's like, okay,
yeah, it's crisis response.
let's channel that energy to what really is. Because if we go against each other again, that's what the small few ones. They're like, yeah, they're fighting amongst each other, so I can pass this other stupid law that is gonna fuck them even further, So it's like,